The Germans have only taken to sport during the last 30 years, but they are keen and capable performers. They learnt most of their sport from us. Football is the most popular game, but is played less vigorously than in Britain. Charging is regarded as rough play. Football is entirely amateur, and pools are unknown. There is no cricket, but plenty of athletics, some tennis, and a little golf. Boxing and wrestling are both popular spectacles, and the Germans go in for a good deal of cycle racing. Instructions for British servicemen in Germany, 1944.
In August 1936, the 11th Olympic Games of the modern era are held in Berlin.
Like millions of other Germans, I was also convinced after Hitler's rise to power that Adolf the Bounteous, as he was mockingly called, really would bring better times. At the Olympic Games in Berlin, he demonstrated Germany's sporting greatness to the world. I also allowed myself to be blinded, like millions of others. Beate Uhse.
Diary, July the 23rd, 1936. Our streets have changed for the better recently. The Stürmer newspaper display cases have been removed so that visitors to the Olympic Games do not feel offended by these agitating papers. Bella Fromm, German Jewish journalist.
In the summer, Hitler's fame reached a peak. Everyone wanted to get to know this extraordinary man or to have seen him. Paul Stellin, Air Force attaché in the French embassy in Berlin.
Diary, Berlin, August the 6th, 1936. Mrs. Gussie Jannings invited me to her box at the Olympic Stadium today. The impression was really overwhelming, and it would be foolish to deny it. There was a huge round of 100,000 people filled to the last seat. The Führer was already there with his entourage as we took our places. I could observe him well from the side, and frankly, he's more interesting to me than the athletes below on the field. The remarkable thing about Hitler is his cheerful calm, the confident composure of the fortunate and successful that now emanates from him. About 7 o'clock, he gets up. The Führer and Reich Chancellor is leaving the Olympic Stadium, booms from the loudspeakers. Everyone rises to give the Nazi salute. Hitler gives brief thanks. Erich Obermeier.
Diary, August the 15th, 1936. The lack of sportsmanship from the first man of Germany makes an unpleasant impression. He acted like an insane person, jumping up from his seat and screaming in triumph when the swastika flag was raised, or when the Japanese or Finns won medals. The winners from other countries left him cold. It even seemed he was insulted by their victories over the Nordic competitors. Bella Fromm.
Hans Frank remembers Hitler being highly charged and following the Olympics with passionate interest. In the end, the German team wins 33 gold, 26 silver and 30 bronze medals. First place in the national standings, ahead of the Americans.
These Olympics are a great breakthrough. You can be proud of Germany again. The top country in sports. It's wonderful. Joseph Goebbels, Propaganda Minister, Diary.
Report to the Direction Politique et Commerciale Europe, Berlin, August the 18th, 1936. Marked by many German victories, the Olympic Games brought about an extraordinary glorification of national sentiment, and at the same time strengthened the country's admiration of and bond with the Führer. André François Poncet, French ambassador to Berlin.